Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at Double Dealer. Double Dealer was released in 1988, and this robot was very clever because he could actually be used as an Autobot or a Decepticon. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at him in all three of his modes because he's a triple changer. I'm going to show you all his accessories, point out things you need to be aware of if you're after one yourself, but unfortunately I don't have a box so we can't look at the packaging with that. Okay, let's get started. So as I say, he came out in 1988, Series 5, and in most of the guidebooks you'll see that he comes as a Decepticon. But he, obviously as you can see, he's an Autobot mode right in front of you, and he's got the Autobot stickers on him. But that's what made him a really cool toy, to be fair. The fact that obviously him and Punch and Counter Punch, they were mercenaries, or exactly that, double agents. So this figure could be played with for any faction that you wanted to. The toy itself is really good. It's quite big compared to the rest of the figures. I've got my trusty white Magnus cab here next to me again. I'm just transforming to show you just how tall he is. So there he is next to a Magnus cab. So you can see that he is really tall. So he does stand out very good if you want to display him. The robot mode is very impressive. It does look good. For articulation wise, you can move it at the elbow joints. The shoulders not really, it's just where it folds out, but the legs you can turn in and out and move them up and down as well. So that's quite good for a figure that size and of course of the age. The funny thing as well is that he does have two Powermaster engines, so he shares that in common only with Overlord, who was a figure that was released in Japan at the same time but not out in Europe until a few years later, so that makes him original as well. The accessories that came with him are exactly that. You've got the two Powermaster engines, you've got Knock the robot and Scar the bat, you've got the chest plate, and then you've got the missile which splits into two. So, you know, when he's in robot mode you can load him up like that. If you want to buy one and you want to keep all the parts together so you don't lose them, you could actually plug him right into the back there, so he won't really be seen. You can fold his wings in, but if you do get one loose and complete and you want to keep them all in one place so you don't lose anything, you can just plug that in there like so. So there we go, there's the robot mode. You can already see that stickers will play a big part with this. He's got quite a few stickers on and he'll just look really plain without them, and as I say, the articulation's really good for the time. So the two modes that we've got, the one on the right hand side is pretty much renowned as the Decepticon Falcon, so this would be the Decepticon mode. So I'm going to pick this up in a second, but you need to be aware if you're looking to display him in this mode that you do need strong joints in the legs and in the feet there, because if I knock this, oh no, mine's quite stiff, they will not take the weights. That's something to be aware of. You'll also notice that it's got a jaw there that sometimes can come off. And then the big thing I think with Double Dealer is he does get corroded quite easily. There's lots of screws, lots of bit of metal inside the wheels, so that's something to be aware of. I've got a bit of sun fade there on the missile. You can clearly see a difference in the tone of the two greys there and underneath. And again, if any of you guys watched my sun fade video, you'll see that one of my missiles was a victim to that and it literally shattered as I pulled it apart. That's not going to stay now typically. There we go. So that's what's known as the Decepticon Falcon mode. And again, you will need to check that you can see the wings in this, because the wings, when he's in robot mode, they are folded up and they are inside there. So if you are buying one of these and you're only being shown the robot mode or the truck, please ask to see the Falcon mode, because the wings can be easily broken off if they're not tucked away where they should be. So the other mode is of course like your missile transporter, which is this. And again, the missile got damaged when I was making another video, but if I just fold this out, you can see how badly sort of sun damaged this is. So you can see that there, that should be the lovely shiny, if you can use the word shiny for grey. Let's have a look. You can see the difference there. So straight away, that's something to be aware of. And of course, as we found out firsthand from myself, that if it does get sun faded, it can go a bit brittle. Not as bad as gold plastic syndrome, but it does go quite brittle. So while I'm showing you that, it's important to let you know as well that the accessories that come with them are not just the two Powermasters. You've got the missile, which comes in two pieces, and of course the chest piece as well. Without the chest piece, unfortunately, I think it really does take away from his appearance in robot mode. And of course with the Falcon mode there, you can load the Powermaster in the back as well. I'll just put this back on and I'll take his rocket bits off and show you what the missile launcher looks like with the rocket in. So let's fold that back down. So again, with the fact that he's got these 3 modes, it does make him really unique. And although he's really unique, he's not ridiculously priced on the secondary market either. Oh, there he goes, typical. All right, let's click this together. So that's the missile clicked together, and you can slot this, ooh, here we go, in there. So that looks obviously a lot more like a missile transporter there. So there we go. So the things obviously to be aware of, like I've mentioned, is mainly the corrosion in the metal, which is in the joints of the wings, in the wheels when it's in robot mode, and he's got quite a few screws in it as well, so be aware of that. Sun fade does play a big part. With regards to the powermasters, of course, you want to make sure that all the limbs are attached and present, and especially for Scar, he's got his wings, sometimes these can come off, and you of course need the tabs on the back to be able to locate them into where you need to. But overall, very impressive figure, lots of modes. I did actually have this when I was a kid. I remember playing with him, and I love the fact that he does have the dual functionality, that you can put in between the Autobots and the Decepticons. I'll just quickly attach these back here, and you can again split the weapon up into 2, or you can have it together as a big missile and he can carry that as well. But there is Double Dealer. He's been remade under the Generations line a few times now, so he was definitely done under the Thrilling 30, and he's just been done again under the new Earthrise, and I think it's the War for Cybertron Earthrise, so it's not the Siege, it's the next one after that. He's a very impressive figure. He's fun to play with. He displays really, really well. And yeah, in either mode, to be honest. So I hope you like looking at him. I hope it brought back some good memories. For the people who haven't seen him initially or originally, this is what the new Generations one was modelled on. I'm hoping to get the new one soon so we can do a comparison video with that. But there you go. There's Double Dealer. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.